Okay, so drag the answer on the left to the correct problem on the right. The problems on the right are all addition and subtraction problems with fractions. And if you look at the denominators, or the numbers on the bottom, they're different. For example, this one has a 2 and a 3. Before you add and subtract, you have to make a common denominator. So let's look at the first example. Write it down here. It's 3 halves plus 1/3 equals, and the problem is you can't combine the 2 and the 3. It's different fractions. So you need a common denominator, and you need to do 2 times 3, or 6, to get the common denominator. So how do you make 3 halves into sixths instead of halves? What you have to do is you have to multiply by 3. 2 times 3 will make your 6. So you have to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 3. So it's going to be 3 over 3, and then times 3 over 2, and then plus, and then for this fraction, there's a 3 on the denominator already. You need to multiply by 2 to get 6. So it'll be 2 over 2 times 1 over 3, like that. Okay, and then what you have to do is you have to combine the two fractions, the multiplication. So you get 3 times 3, which is 9 on the top, over 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2 times 1 is 2, over 2 times 3, which is 6. Now you go ahead and add. 9 plus 2 is 11. You're going to get 11 sixths is your answer for that one. Okay. Now let's look at the next problem. It's the same idea, only it's subtraction. 3 halves minus 1/3, the same numbers. So you know what? I'm going to actually go ahead and borrow, because we already did the common denominator work for this first problem. So I'm going to use this 9/6 plus 2/6. For this problem, it's going to be 9/6 minus 2/6. And that's going to be equal to 7/6. So 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem. 4/3 plus 1/6. And this one has a 3 and a 6 for a denominator. All I have to do is multiply this first fraction by 2 over 2. So what's going to happen here? Okay, so it's going to be 4 over 3 and then times 2 over 2. And if you do that, 4 times 2 is 8, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So 4/3 is actually 8/6, and then plus the 1/6 equals 9/6. Now this didn't come up in the first two problems, but on this one, 9/6 actually can be reduced by 3, because 3 divides into 9 and into 6. So I'm going to reduce this one down, divide by 3. It's going to be 3 halves is your answer for that one. So the next one, 4/3 plus 1/6, is 3 halves. Okay, now you could just say process of elimination tells us the last answer, but I'm going to go ahead and work it out too. 4/3 minus 1/5. Now for a common denominator, it's 3 times 5, or 15. So let's go ahead and get this ready. It's going to have to be 5 over 5 times 4 over 3. That's going to give you 15, because 5 times 3 here. And then minus 3 over 3 times 1 over 5. And that's going to give you 15, 3 times 5. And then do the multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20, over 5 times 3, which is 15, minus 3 times 1, which is 3, over 3 times 5, which is 15. Now you go ahead and subtract straight across. 20 minus 3 is 17, and then you keep the denominator the same as 15. So this one, 4/3 minus 1/5, is 17/15.